Hi there again, this is Jeff with Sound and Light Technicians, doing another video covering a little bit more on inserts, how to insert compressors and equalizers this time. So basically what I'm going to go over first, go back over the inserting a compressor. And so the basic thing you'll need the insert cable, which has a stereo on one end and double monos on the other end. And what you'll do is you'll come over here, let me start some music. Okay, the first thing you'll do is you'll come over here to your insert, and if you insert it first, it will kill your sound. Okay? Now, so what you want to do is you want to come back over here. The gray is always your insert, okay? And the red is your output. Once you have that inserted and your equalizer is set, I usually set this at no compression when you first insert it. You can insert it, drop it right in, and you might get just a tiny bit of volume drop, but hardly any. Okay, now that is one way to insert a compressor. Okay, so the next way is if you want to insert an equalizer with the compressor. So let's go over that. So I will turn the volume down a little bit, come back over here. Now the way you would do this is, one, take it out of the channel. Okay. Now, right here I have a DoD equalizer. This is a dual 31 band equalizer. I'm not a real big fan of equalizers because it's just a comb filter. Alright, so the first thing you'll do is you'll take your send from the board. That's the gray one. This is the one that comes from the tip. And this will go to your input. Okay? Now, you will take a jumper cable, something similar to this. I prefer balanced, but I'm using a white one so it's easier to see. You take the balanced cable and you go from your output, and then you drop this down to your input, and then you take your ring and you insert it down here. Now, what you actually have, and this is not plugged in yet, what you actually have is you have your insert cable going into an equalizer, out into the compressor, and out back to the board. So let's see how this works. Okay, plug this in here. You can hear the music playing. Let me turn this around. Okay, nothing's going on. Now I'm going to drop this over to the insert. Okay, and right there, now I have, this is working. So now I have my equalizer, which I can change the sound, which I'm sure you can hear. I'm going pretty dramatic on the equalizer so you can hear it. And then the equalizer is going down into your compressor. So then when you have your compressor, turn your threshold up. Turn this up to like 4 to 1. Bring this up till you just start getting a little compression, barely. And now you have your equalizer going into your compressor, which is then feeding this channel. So if all of a sudden that channel gets loud for some reason, the compressor will actually catch it and keep it from blasting outside, like if there's pops or other things like that. So anyway, right there is a real simple way that you can actually take a compressor and an equalizer and combine them into your system. And once again, you can take like this out. Typically set these flat. So this way, like if you've got like this, which is an acoustic guitar track I've got going in here, you have the acoustic guitar track going in, and if you need to get better EQing on that one particular instrument, rather than equalizing the entire house, then you can actually come into here and you can equalize just that one unit. I'm sure you can hear some difference. On the acoustic guitar, you can bring up the bottom end around 60 hertz or so. Anything below that, you're going to get feedback. Fatten it up a little bit. Brighten your acoustic guitar up around the 2 grand. Gives it a little AM radio sound though, so you want to watch it. 160 is usually kind of nasty. This is where you get a lot of feedback, as you can kind of hear. But you never want to kill anything entirely when you're working with this. And of course, you can see the equalizer is or the compressor is working, keeping the peaks down. Probably a little bit much. You want it just barely on there when they're playing normally, and because otherwise, if you've got too much compression, it's going to sound muddy. It's going to lose the dynamics. It's going to lose the range. So you want it barely on there. And some of these like this has an interactive knee. You can turn that off and adjust a little bit more, so you start to get a flash, click it down one, so you're not getting any flashing on that at all in normal playing. Anyway, so that's how you can do a equalizer and compressor into one channel. Sorry about those super close-ups that I'm doing here, but it's a little handheld camera thing going on. Alright, thanks again for the comments. This is Jeff with Sound & Light Technicians, and I hope this helps you, and I'm going to continue doing some more videos and helping people understand how to hook up to soundboards and all the features that are built into them. Thanks a lot.